Hello, welcome to this week's edition of IMO Bastani with me, Aaron Bastani, at Aaron Bastani on Twitter. This week I want to talk about one last time, I promise, is Labour and of course the general election debacle that they suffered early May 7th this year, their defeat of course to the Tory parties. A useful analogue comparison that I've been talking about a lot recently, sometimes on the show, sometimes on TV, sometimes at various events, you may or may not have heard it yet, is that I think where Labour is right now, Miliband's defeat, very similar to the Democrats in 2004 and the defeat of John Kerry to George W. Bush when he won his second term. Well, why do I say that? Well, George W. won in 2000 against Gore, but it was close, it was damn close, just like it was close 5 years ago in 2010, right? It was a hung parliament, surprisingly against the odds, against what the left was bigging up as a good candidate. He actually did even better in 2004 against Kerry. Similar thing happened against Miliband from David Cameron this time. So I think it's a good comparison. Bit of succor for the left and a bit of kind of thoughtful hope is that 11 years later, within 11 years, 2015, where are we? Barack Obama, 2 terms in the White House, most liberal president in living memory, despite obvious problems in regard to Guantanamo and on drone strikes. Clearly, he's a lot better than his predecessors. But more importantly, perhaps, you've got same-sex marriage. You know, almost every single state's now accepting it. It really has been a tidal wave of change in the United States same-sex marriage. You would not have seen that coming 11 years ago, 15 years ago. Oklahoma, decriminalization of marijuana. Perhaps most importantly is that there are movements, street movements, contentious political movements to the left of the Democrats, right, which are increasingly defining the political conversation. There was OWS, Occupy Wall Street in 2011. Perhaps more importantly is the uprising, kind of civil rights movement Mark II as it's being called, first in Ferguson, now in Baltimore, around the murders of others, of course, but including most prominently Eric Garner, Tamir Rice, other African Americans. You know, these were the big kind of hallmark killings by the police, which have revivified a really amazing moment for African American activism. So that's the left of the Democrat Party, clearly. As well as that, you've got Liz Warren, maybe could run against Hillary the candidacy next year. So if anybody's got the ascendancy in the Democrats, it's the left, right? You saw that with Bill de Blasio, the mayor for New York, something of a surprise, right? His predecessors, who were they? Michael Bloomberg, Rudy Giuliani, moved left. Rahm Emanuel, mayor for Chicago, same story. Almost lost to a left candidate. Not radical left, but left of him. He almost lost to a candidate who would have been unthinkable in American politics just 10 years ago, Troy Garcia. So yeah, 11 years, things have dramatically changed in the US, and I think if we're going to have any kind of succor, inspiration, enthusiasm this side of the Atlantic, you only need to take a look at that and say, things changed dramatically in 11 years, we can do the same over here. Quick point, why did they change so quickly over in the US? Well, while John Kerry was the Democrat nominee in 2004 against George W., it was actually somebody who lost, Howard Dean, who really inspired young people while seeking the Democrat nomination the year before. He lost, right? Howard Dean, the Deaniacs. But what he did was interesting in so much as he infused millennials, younger people, people more au fait and savvy with digital media to get involved in Democrat Party politics. And that gave rise to, ultimately, his staffers began Blue State Digital, one of the most successful digital media organizations in the world, also Echo Ditto. Dean for America became Democracy for America, an organisation that was one of the first to, lend their support to Obama in 2008. So the Dean campaign is crucial. Now, when I look at young people in this country, would a Howard Dean style candidate, with the kinds of people that he attracted, with the kinds of talents, particularly in digital media, that he garnered, would they go to the Labour Party? I don't see it. I really do not see it. I see it to some extent with the SNP, but where I really see it is, yes, the Green Party, but also interesting independents. What might happen now in the next couple of years? We've got Mayor for Manchester, I think, next year. We've got Mayor for London next year. These will be really interesting campaigns which gain a lot of traction, attention, but also activism from young independents with real skills. That digital hegemony that the Democrats built, which kind of defined the Obama campaign in 2008, comes out of the 2004. Don't see it this time with Labour. And that digital hegemony element is going to be so crucial for anybody who wants to take on and beat the establishment in a country, Britain, where the print media is so crucial, so crucial. And you've got the BBC, 75% of TV news market, 70% of radio market. Can't really do much, right? So it's the print media that makes and breaks candidates. So to overcome that, you need strong digital strategy, a digital hegemony. The Democrats built that after '04, they built it by '08. Can the left build something similar in this country in the next 5-10 years? I believe they can. I think that's going to be a lot more complicated than saying don't mourn, organise. That requires really sincere, serious, sustained strategic thinking by people who want to change things dramatically. Part of that, of course, is Navarro Media. We've started a campaign where we want to raise lots of money. We want to be a part of changing the media landscape in this country. We think for a better politics, you need a better media, a different media. But that can only be one of 1,000 flowers, and it wouldn't just be media. It's going to be digital consultancies. It's going to be a variety of things, journals, you name it. You name it. It's going to be 1,001 things. And it's going to take all of us to hope produce it. What are your thoughts? Because I don't think we're going to get anywhere in this country, in Britain, unless we build something of a digital hegemony. Print media is a mess, and the BBC, I don't think it's our friend. So, IMO Bastani, hashtag IMO Bastani. Tell me what you think. Share, like this video, slag it off, email it to somebody and say, who's this chump? I don't mind. I'll see you soon. I'm Aaron Bastani.